Good afternoon, everybody. So I just enlisted into the Army National Guard, and if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering, hey, I've been thinking about it, I want to join in, or you're just another person who's like, oh, you just wasted your life to do that decision. Well, anyways, I want to put it into perspective and how I view it and how or why I decided to join. So this is straight raw. Currently, I'm at the charging station. My charger just finished, so let me unlock the port. Okay, so I graduated from college in the fall of 2022. Sorry about that. I accidentally dropped it, but it got some mud on it now. I'm sorry for the next person who uses that. So I graduated from college in the fall of 2022. 2023 comes around and I'm working as an electrical engineer, finally putting my degree into good use. Now, you may say, hey man, you're working as an engineer. Maybe the military isn't something for you. Well, I beg to differ. If you've spoken to anybody in the engineering or the tech world and they do serve in the military, companies treat you nice, right? They're very supportive for those who are in the military. Now, for me, personally, coming out of college, I had $19,500 worth of student loans. And I grew up in Texas. I went to college in Texas, UTRGV. I went to college in Texas. And then I moved all the way to Baltimore to work. Now, if you don't understand the living expenses comparing Texas and Baltimore is it's significantly higher. After taxes in Maryland, if I was making the same in Texas, I would walk away with about $7,000 more. But being in Maryland, in Baltimore, I lose that. So suddenly it became like I was living paycheck to paycheck. Hey, I'm gonna get this. And mind you, before going to the military, to get my diploma to send to all these schools, my university was like, hey, you gotta pay off any fees you have. So I had to swipe my credit card for $8,000. Thank God that I had built my credit to 13,000, my credit limit to 13,000, where I was able to swipe for $8,000. Now, I'm not a big supporter of bad debt, which is like with credit cards. But when desperate times calls for desperate measures, you got to do what you got to do. So I went ahead and I swiped for that $8,000 credit card payment to get my transcript, and I was able to send it to jobs, which helped me land my first job. Now, fast forward, I'm working for my company. I'm making, I guess, good enough, right? I'm hovering around at the end of the year, I'm going to be over the $100,000 mark, right? But that doesn't count into the expenses of, oh my goodness, it's getting hot. Oh, let me turn on this AC. Y'all can see me sweating? What am I doing to myself? Okay. Sorry if you guys can hear it. Let me lower the wind so let me lower it. Okay. Why is it so loud? All right, so hopefully you guys can't hear that. So it almost felt like I was living paycheck to paycheck. I'd get paid. I'd take out my 401k. And I'm kind of like, since I graduated college late at 27, I have to put a little bit more into my 401k to try to make up for the lost time versus everybody else. Now, you make those payments. Now I know I have $19,000 worth of student loans that I have to pay off. And while we're still on that loan break, loan forgiveness didn't happen. So while we're still on that break, I'm trying to like lower the amount of loan I can. So once payments start in September, hey, I can benefit from that. But time goes on, feels like I'm living paycheck to paycheck, because at the end of the pay period, at the end of the month, I've paid off my rent. I paid off my 401k for both checks. I pay off $500 each check to take off from my credit card. And then I got to pay off my student loans on top of that. And that's besides the car insurance stuff, utilities, you may get a flat tire here and there. So suddenly I wasn't winning at the end of the month. I did not have enough money left over to afford putting enough money into the stock market. So I'm literally, it feels like I graduated college. Now I'm in this loan melting period where I'm not really gaining much into the world besides my 401k, but just erasing everything. And it felt like I was stuck. Then one of my younger brother, he's in the Army National Guard as well, and he was telling me about, when it comes to the loan. And yeah, I went to the recruiter. They signed off my $19,000 student loans, and it's not gonna get erased immediately, but they remove any increments throughout your military contract. And I'm doing reserves because some people want to do active so they can travel, but my mom worked for United and I got to fly for free plenty of time, so I'm not too worried about traveling. So I was like, hey, I'll do reserve. I'll keep working in the engineering field, getting better. But at the same time, I'm going into the military for a field that's related to tech. And although I got my electrical engineering degree outside in this real world, whatever I do in my current job in the civilian world, I don't want to do that in the military. I want to diversify my skills. So I went into tech area. I'm not going to announce it yet because I still have to do all those things. And I don't want anybody out there to jinx it. So I got in one of the tech fields that's going to be beneficial to my career in the civilian world and in the military world. And who knows, if everything goes well, I may stay in there for many, many years. So number one reason that really stood out was they're going to take away the $19,000, right? I won't have to worry about that ever again. And like, there's so much I'm going to be gaining by being part of the armed service, part of the U.S. Army. There's so much to learn. There's so much knowledge, skills. I'm going in as a specialist. So 09 Sierra, I'm going to be an officer. Most people, when they go in, they go as recruits, but I'm going to come in as an E4 and work through boot camp, go to OCS and turn into an officer, 01 or 02, I believe it's called. I'm so new to the military, so anybody in there, don't roast me, please. Like, I'm so new to this. I'm extremely fit. I play college soccer. I'm still at my peak performance levels, so boot camp won't be something that's scary to me. I'm ready to go in and tackle it and come out with a dub. So these are the reasons why I did it, right? And you get military discounts on a lot of things. And, some people who don't have college degrees, just having a military background can put you right next to those guys with college degrees, because you want to put yourself ahead of anybody as much as you can. And it turns you into something greater. On that note, let me know what made you guys join or not join. I'm very curious to hear other perspectives because I am an open book. I've already signed up. So regardless, I'm in. But I want to, maybe what you say could either influence others or change their mind in the comment section down below. And hit the like button and the subscribe button if you're new. And I'll keep you guys updated. Jadavin is out.